He is an award-winning artist, a political activist, and now an author. Wyclef Jean has written his autobiography. It's called Purpose, an Immigrant's Story. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
Great
for having
to
me.
have
Thank
you
you, thank you,
here.
thank you.
Now,
Happy.
you grew up in Haiti, of course,
Yes, yeah.
but you left there. You went to Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
What was that? Tell us about your childhood a little bit, because your dad was a minister, right?
Yes,
You're a PK.
I'm a straight PK. Shout out to all the PKs out there. My dad came and got me from Haiti when I was 9 years old, brought me to Brooklyn, the projects of Brooklyn. We was of Nazarene faith, Protestant, and when I decided that I'm gonna do hip hop, he turned me over to the streets, but he basically struggled. My story's an immigrant story about the book. Basically, in Haiti, I was in a hut. So going from a hut to the projects, I felt like I was rich. So the idea with the whole book is no matter what you're going through and how bad you feel, somebody got it worse. So I want the kids to read my story to understand from a donkey to Ferrari. If I did that, y'all can do it too.
That's a great way to put it, for sure. And I mean, it's such a huge thing that happened in Haiti with the earthquake. I mean, it really gripped all of our hearts, no matter where you lived. And Haiti's always just been there right in your heart with you. You started a charity. Tell us about that a little.
Well, first, for Haiti, for me, it goes all the way back to the Fugees, like the original Grammys. I show up with a Haitian flag. I put the flag over me, because my whole thing was I wanted to put my country on the map. I used to be sitting back watching hip-hop, watching Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, the way they was doing with the West Coast. Yeah. And I always wanted to do that. My book starts off with the earthquake, because I landed 24 hours after the quake. So I give you like a first eye point of view for me landing on the ground. The hardest thing I would say for me was landing in Haiti, going to the streets, and then basically, it was a kid. He was about to die, and he didn't. I knew he was gonna die, but he didn't know. So he was like, Clef, I'm getting cold, And then you look around, you see there's no ambulance, no EMS, and now what you're trying to do is you're trying to put him to sleep peacefully, and for me, that was one of the hardest things to do.
That must have been, and I mean, this is your hometown talking about, and just really must have been heart-wrenching, and some images that really stuck with you. Of course, you went and ran for president in Haiti in 2010. How did that go? What happened with that?
I got bamboozled.
Oh, tell us what happened.
Actually, my second book is going to be called They Try to J. Edgar Hoover Me, and it's a political spoof. But what happened was, they say that I didn't have 5-year residency, but the case really, if that's the case, 5 years prior to me running, I was already a diplomat in my country, and I was already an ambassador at large. I didn't contest it because it was not about me wanting to be president of Haiti. It was about me having an urgency of seeing after the earthquake and over 52% of the population wanting to run. Once that happened, I backed Michel Martelly, who is now the president of Haiti. So it worked out just fine.
Think you're going to run again for president? I
don't know, maybe in 20 years, I don't know.
Yeah, and I know you want to write a lot of books. What, 7 books I read?
Yeah, I want to write 7 books. I love writing. I get it really from my dad, who was a minister, and my name, Wyclef Jean, is actually from the Reformatator. The first English Bible was written by Wyclef. So I always say, watch the name you give your kids,
Yeah, they can definitely stick definitely in our minds. And I know you're a big supporter of President Obama. You've been very vocal about that. When you kind of look at where you've come from in Haiti and then growing up in Brooklyn, do you feel that you've accomplished the American dream?
Well, my whole story in the book, Purpose, is all about the American dream. And, I'm real clear, because I didn't want to be on welfare. If I had the choice, my mama wouldn't necessarily be on welfare. But at one time, she was on welfare, right? Then she got up out of welfare, right? We went to public school. Then from public school, we got the chance to have a choice. My brother went to Boston University, Eastern Nazarene College. Once again, this is all public. This is all government funded, right? So then what happens is, after that, then you get that chance to accomplish what you want. So I do believe the idea of government working with people.
Now let's talk about the Fugees. How did you get your start in music? How did you hook up with Pras and, of course, Lauryn Hill?
Well, the Fugees started off, I would say, last year of high school for me, like going into about to hit 19, and then I get a call from Pras when I'm at my dad's church, and he's like, yo, I got this group with, it's with 2 girls. and one's named Lauren, one's named Marcy. So, you know, I'm young, dumb, you know, so what I do, yo, how the girls look? And I head out to the studio, and the producer at the time, his name was Wyclef Jean. Wyclef did all of the Kool and the Gang records. So everything from Celebrate Good Time. So he was the guy that was in the studio. And somehow when I went in the booth and cut the vocal, he was like, you know, there's a feeling, there's a vibe here. And it basically went from 2 guys and 2 girls to 2 guys and 1 girl. The other girl, Marcy, who left, her parents was like, you know, Marcy have to go to college, you know. This hip hop thing is not necessarily working out too well.
Yeah, and we got to talk about too real quick. In your book, you talk a lot about Lauryn Hill. I know you have to get the book to read about that purpose.
Yes, definitely.
Wyclef.
Get the book to read about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.